What's going on, Arizona sports fan family? Appreciate you guys for tuning in. Today what we're going to do is we're going to take a look at two mock drafts and see who falls to the Arizona Cardinals. Last week when we did this, we were sitting with the 5th overall spot. Now we are sitting with the 4th overall spot. Let's dive right into it, everybody. Roll that intro. Alright, everybody, let's dive right into it here. Let's take a look at these two mock drafts. But before we do, definitely do me one huge favor. Smack the like button on this video and subscribe for more Arizona Cardinals content. Now, as of right now, we're on the road to 11K. I also do have a lot of social medias to follow if you want to get other news that I don't make videos about. I have Instagram, I have Twitter, and yes, I even have a TikTok as well. In the description of this video, you will be finding nice clickable links, so definitely go and shoot me a follow on those social platforms. All right, but let's go and dive right into it here. Last week when we did this, looking into other people's mock drafts, is the Arizona Cardinals are sitting at the 5th overall spot at that very moment. Now we are sitting at the 4th overall spot. Now, the Arizona Cardinals right now, I don't know if we're going to win another game, right? We got the Atlanta Falcons this weekend, and after that, we got the 49ers. So it's going to be pretty tough. Are we going to be a 4-win team for the season? Possibly, right? I don't know. I don't really know who's going to be playing this weekend for the quarterback. It looks like Colt McCoy is trending in the right direction, but honestly, I think if I were going to put a bet on it, I'd probably say Trace McSorley will play, but we'll have to kind of wait and see how it all shakes out. But let's dive right into these two mock drafts. I have two of them for you. I got a PFF mock draft as well as a Tankathon mock draft. Let's take a look at Tankathon's mock draft, is because this is exactly what we did last week, right? So let's dive right into it here. For the first overall pick, we got the Houston Texans taking Bryce Young. Now, here, I think this is a no-brainer, right? A quarterback, it seems like, is what the Texans are going to do. Now, there's some fans out there that want to get the best player available, which are going to be one of those generational talents. Is that going to happen? I don't know. I think this is kind of a consensus around the whole, league, or everybody that's doing mock drafts, is the Texans are going to go quarterback. So Bryce Young definitely seems to be the number 1 overall pick, at least in a lot of people's mock drafts. If you take a look at the 2nd overall pick, we have the Chicago Bears taking Will Anderson. Now, this hurts me. This hurts my soul, because obviously the Cardinals are sitting in the 4th overall spot, and I would love for them to take a wide receiver, but I understand, right? You got to go for the generational talent. You got to go for the best player available. Some might argue that somebody, of the Bears might go wide receiver here. It's a long shot, but honestly, if I were the Bears, I would go that route as well and getting Will Anderson. Let's take a look at the next pick, and that is to the Seahawks. Now, I know there's going to be a lot of Seahawks fans out there that are going to be pissed off and saying, well, that's not what's going to happen. But this mock draft has the Seahawks going CJ Stroud, quarterback out of Ohio State. Now, I'm a big advocate of the Seahawks doing something like this, right? Geno Smith has kind of seemed to be cooked at this very moment. He had a strong push pertaining to, getting a resurgence of his career. But, I think he's peaked. I absolutely do. And I think the Seahawks should go the young route and getting a young quarterback. But I know a lot of fans out there, they don't want this for their team. They want to go best player available. But this Tankathon has the Seahawks taking CJ Stroud. And of course, because of that only opens up more opportunity for Arizona Cardinals to get the player that they want, or at least who I want, and that's going to be Jalen Carter in the 4th overall spot. Defensive lineman out of Georgia. This guy's an absolute beast. He's going to be able to stop runs, right? He's going to be able to penetrate up the middle, and especially with the news that we got from J.J. Watt saying that this is going to be his last year in an Arizona Cardinal uniform, or just in the NFL in general. So this would be a huge plug-and-play player for the Arizona Cardinals to do something like this. Like, I hope the board falls like this, because if the Cardinals get Jalen Carter, that would be an absolute win for the Arizona Cardinals all around. So yes, I'm liking this mock draft so far. So Tankathon, I approve. Let's move on to the next mock draft here. Let's see if this falls the same way, and let's take a look what they have here. So for PFF, they have the Houston Texans getting Bryce Young, right? Another mock draft that's getting another quarterback, or I'm sorry, not another quarterback, but a quarterback and the same player as Bryce Young out of Alabama. So PFF has the same consensus. The 2nd overall pick for PFF has the Chicago Bears taking Jalen Carter out of Georgia. That already messes everything up. That already messes everything up for the Arizona Cardinals. So they got the Chicago Bears taking Jalen Carter, which I know there's some people out there saying that Jalen Carter and Will Anderson literally are going to be, both great, right? So it's either like if you take that person, you're going to take this person. You can't go wrong with either of them. That one hurts. That one hurts. Okay, let's move on to the next pick here. And then the Seattle Seahawks take Will Anderson on this one. Yeah, this ain't working for me. This ain't working for me, ladies and gentlemen. So this mock draft has the Seattle Seahawks taking Will Anderson, not a quarterback. And I know there's some people out there being like, yeah, that's exactly what the Seahawks need. That sucks. Okay. Now the Arizona Cardinals are on the clock, and then the Arizona Cardinals do get a defensive player, which is good, right? But we end up getting Myles Murphy out of Clemson. Now, honestly, this is a good pick still, right? I definitely don't want to say that, like, if it's not Jalen Carter, it's bust. No, it absolutely. I think Myles Murphy has a lot of upside. But honestly, I'm not going to lie to you, my heart is set on Jalen Carter. I probably shouldn't be having my expectations that high because as a Cardinal fan, I'm used to being disappointed. But honestly, Myles Murphy isn't a bad pick here. I like that we're addressing the trenches. I think that's number one and foremost here, that the Arizona Cardinals need to go either defensive line or offensive line. Now, the 4th overall spot might be too early to get an offensive lineman. Some might say, but getting the next best edge player out there is pretty good. Now, who am I going to get better? Well, I guess who would I like better, right? Which mock draft do I like better? Obviously, I'm going to like Tankathons a little bit better than PFFs and how it falls. But honestly, Myles Murphy, if he does land in the Arizona Cardinals, I won't be mad. I think he will actually want to kind of have a chip on his shoulder because he's the 3rd defensive lineman getting taken, and people are, bypassing him. So honestly, him coming out of Clemson, we also have Isaiah Simmons out of Clemson. I think that would be kind of a nice, it would be nice. I wouldn't mind it. Let me know what you guys think. Let me know what you guys think about these 2 mock drafts. Put everything in the comments below. As always, like, comment, and subscribe. Appreciate you guys for tuning in. Have a great rest of your day, and go Cards.